Well, hello people. Welcome to the town of Donabate here in North County Dublin, beside the Irish Sea here and beside Newbridge House, Park and Farm, right? Beautiful day here, people. So I'm just going to wander around Donabate here and have a look around, and you're all fairly welcome to join me, my friends, okay? So stay tuned. Oh yeah, we have to get a cup of tea as well. Very important, my friends, a cup of tea. Another beautiful house, my friends, and it's a big house as well. Lovely stonework on it too. Right. Now people, that's another lovely two-storey house that's renovated there with new windows in it that look old. You have them done like, it's double glazed but done in like a sash windows, you know what I mean? I wonder one time, was that just a townhouse or was it part of a farmhouse or something? But farmhouses are usually further back from the road than that, I think. Well, it's lovely, isn't it? I don't know if you noticed that there. There's a basket in one of the rooms there close to the window, and there's a cat sitting in the basket, sleeping in the sunshine. What's down here? Just a typical housing estate, people. Look at that lovely tree there with the red flowers on it. If anybody knows what it is, let me know. That wouldn't be a chestnut tree, would it? No. Anyway, let's go back up into the town, people. There's tower cranes, people, everywhere now in Ireland, especially on the east coast here. Major buildings going on, like, you know, in there is apartments actually. Now people would just live here in these apartment complexes here, right beside the train station at Donabate here, Donabate in North County Dublin. You have access to the trains here, brings you straight into the city and beyond, you know what I mean? So yeah, and I'd say they cost a lot of money. Well people, you can see that this is the beautiful train station here at Donabate, and that way there, people, is north towards Dublin City, and that there is south if you want to go to Belfast in that direction. Let's go down and have a look at the signal box here, the old signal box. How you doing? Oh, it's great, isn't it? Isn't it lovely, lovely design, the brickwork and then the woodwork, you know. I hope they just keep these places restored because they're lovely. You're never going to see the likes of these again. I mean, look even at the timber work on the fascia board there, isn't it gorgeous? Look, the doorway, Donabate. Yeah, beautiful, my friends. Right, let's go up and we'll cross over the bridge here, just for the fun of it. There's a train coming into the station here now, my friends. I think it's heading for Drogheda. Yes, people, that's normally the kind of train I take when I'm heading home from Dublin on the train. I mean, look at this headstone, people, right beside the footpath here, right, in Donabate. And I'm just reading here, look. Erected by James Bryan of Torvey in memory of his father, James Bryan, who died on 29th of December 1850, aged 78 years. Hi.
Relative?
Right, people, I was just filming here and this woman stopped me and she's an English woman actually, and she says, have you got an interest in graves? I says, I have a YouTube channel. And then she goes, oh, I hope you're not filming me. I says, no, I'm not. I says, just go around, say, different places, and yes, I like old graves and stuff, the headstones and stuff. Look at this here. And she was telling me that a year or two ago, someone came flying down the road in a car, crashed into the, so you can see it over there, the part of the wall that's kind of fixed. See the white part over there? Crashed in and knocked out about 3 or 4 people's headstones in the graveyard. Look at this. So that's gone back to 1894. Now, that is lovely, isn't it? The Celtic design and the thing in it. But you see, you're not allowed to do that anymore, and I agree, because if you were rich, if you came from a rich family, that's what you could do. You put up these big, massive headstones, right? Of course, if you came from a poor family, you didn't. Actually, all over the country, there's places called paupers' graves, right? Where people couldn't afford to bury their loved ones, right? And there was a special part where they buried them in kind of beside graveyards, if you know what I mean, or in graveyards, right? Yeah, so that's all done with now. It all has to be the same size gravestones, and I agree with that. Right, people, let's go on further into Donabate here, okay, and have a look around. Of course, get a cup of tea, so stay tuned, my friends. Here's an unusual looking church over here, all red brick and red I don't know whether there's small tiles on the roof of it, but let's go in and have a look, investigate this church, my friends. People, I can't go in because there's a funeral on there in the church, so I can't go in and have a look at it. But it's lovely on the outside. Look at this. Wow. Look at the bell tower on it. Wow. It's all red brick and all red, small little individual tiles on it. Yeah. I wonder can I get a sneak look in here now? Right, people better leave. There's a funeral taking place. As you can see, it's an old type church, isn't it? Yeah, people, it's a funeral, right? Another nice church. Yeah, do you know some people? Do you remember, I don't know if anybody people who follow my channel all the time, sometimes I put up shorts on the video. And as I said, my channel is called Don's Travels and Rants, which I am inclined to rant every so often. And everybody is entitled to, isn't that right? But I put one up about the church, you know, the new Pope and stuff, and I ranted away in it. And straight away, people, I lost 10 subscribers, right? Gone. Which is okay by me, right? I'll just say one thing about this, right? See this church here, or any Catholic church, whatever. Now, I came from what I regarded as fundamental Catholicism, right? Now, just going by me, people, as far as I'm concerned, I had a radiation overdose of fundamental Catholicism, you know, and I'd never be able to go back into it again. I mean never, right? As I said in a previous video, it'd be like trying to get me to eat a corned beef sandwich. It's impossible, right? But here's the thing. I'm not a hypocrite because I go into churches and film inside churches at all, right? Because, people, the God that represents these churches here is the same God who supposedly said that everyone is welcome. He doesn't exclude anyone, right? Of course, I'm saying he again, right? Doesn't exclude anyone, that's number one, right? St. Paul is one of the apostles who actually said that if there was no resurrection, we're all fools. That's what the man said, right? Personally speaking, I think, and I'm entitled to my opinion, and you shouldn't take offence by it, but I don't believe there was such a thing as a resurrection. I would love to think that there is some comforting being, right, that we can all run to, like a mother and father type figure, supernatural figure, that we can all go to at the end of our lives, because of all the hurt and pain, the physical hurt and the emotional pain we all have to go through. But personally speaking, I don't think there is, right? And as Billy Connolly said one time, he says, start reading more than one book. He's on about all the religious fanatics now, right? Okay? And we have fanatics here within Catholicism and Christianity and everything as well. Start reading more than one book, and the man was absolutely right. Start opening your mind and start reading a lot of stuff in science books, right? And you might have a whole different attitude, right? And don't condemn people like me who are no longer religious, right? It's not up to you to judge me, right? Or anybody else who's non-religious, right? And take a big huff and a puff and call us hypocrites, because we're not hypocrites, right? That's a little rant, people, about the churches, right? But that's a lovely church. It's a pity that there's a funeral on there. Yeah, so let's just walk on further into the town here of Donabate, my friends. Look at this lovely sculpture here, people. Look, it's a swan, look. It's nice, isn't it? And a unisex hair salon, hair studio. I don't think I need a haircut just yet, my friends. Donabate town centre here, huge, isn't it? Ah, wow, people, have a look at this lovely two-storey house across the street here. It's gorgeous looking. Have a look at this, my friends, a stone two-storey house. Very busy road here. Look at this. Idyllic. Now, here's another roadside pump. I don't see too many of these around. See the kind of more square pumps. But yeah, that would have been another roadside pump way back in the day. Like, another housing estate, my friends. Suburbia is everywhere. Triangle Coffee Company. Right. I might go in there, people, for a cup of tea. I'll see. Unless I find someplace else to go. Or somewhere else to go, should I say. Paddy Power. There's always people betting shops besides bars. As I said, the two vices go hand in hand. Drinking and gambling. And I'm not being judgmental when I say that, my friends. No interest in both. You know. Hello. People, I think this is really Donabate. I don't think there's anything more to it, right? I mean, there's loads of housing estates up here now, loads of houses on, but the actual little town or village of it, it's not very big, is it? I'm looking for here, people, from the train close to here, I've always seen attached cottage, and I'm looking for this attached cottage. So stay tuned, my friends, I might find it here now. Here's someone getting a new house built. A dorm or two-storey house. Very good. How's it going, lads? Haha, people, I found it. Yeah, I always see this thatched cottage when I'm on the train heading to Dublin, and let's go down and have a look at it because it's lovely looking. What a nice house in there too. Now, people, is that lovely or what? Look, isn't that gorgeous? Wow. See the little small windows? Oh, that is beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous, my friends? Yeah, remember the small windows, because way back in Ireland, there was a tax on the light getting into your house, on the size of the windows. So the smaller the window, the less tax you had to pay. But isn't it just beautiful, isn't it? Look. Yeah, I've seen that from the train many's a time, and I always want to come down and have a look at it. It's gorgeous. It doesn't disappoint. Another Irish cottage, my friends. Beautiful. Right, people, I think it's time for a nice cup of tea. What do you think? I think so anyway. Or a latte or something. On such a beautiful Mediterranean style day here in Ireland. And it's just a lovely sea breeze coming in. Oh yeah, super cool. There's a cool name. Sorry,
mate.
it's okay. That's a cool name, people. Look, House of Hounds Dog Grooming Salon. Mad stuff, isn't it? There's another Englishman there, talking there. Must be a big place here for English people to come to.
Yeah, I'm just in Donabate waiting for
You know something, people? I love little places like this, little cafes like this here. It's gorgeous. It's called the Triangle Coffee Shop. Look, see the bicycle, look, Triangle Coffee Shop, right? So, I just got a latte here, and I got a fruit scone with some strawberry jam and Dairy Gold Irish butter, right? Oh, thanks a million.
No problem.
Look at that, my friends. A gorgeous cup of latte. I get lattes as well as tea, you know what I mean? Oh my God, people, that is delicious. Delicious. Right, people, I'm going to tuck into this scone, right? So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Right, people, let's have a taste of this delicious looking fruit scone. It's yummy, my friends, yummy. It's real fruity. Do you ever see the travel channels where they go into cafes and they're describing the food they're eating? It's hilarious. Well, it's really fruity and scony and strawberry-ish and tasty and delicious and lovely and yeah, scrumptious. You know what I mean? Thanks very much. Right, people, that was a 10 out of 10 latte. Check that place out if you're in Donabate, Triangle Coffee Company, right? And it's my kind of little cafe. I love them little small cafes. Yeah, I really enjoyed that latte, my friends, really, really good. Right, people, I'll just walk another road here in the town of Donabate here. I was just looking there at the 2022 census was saying that there's 9,669 people living in Donabate, right? So yeah, but I thought there'd be more to it, but I'll just take one more little street up here, people, right? Okay, so stay tuned. Nice little green area here, people. I'm not going to turn the camera down because there's young people there playing on the green with their dad. I think it's their dad anyway. Yeah, people, I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to Newbridge House because my car is in Newbridge House, right? And I'm going to hop into the car and drive down this road here, people, right? Because it leads to the beach. But if the car park is full, I'm not going to hang around there, right? I go someplace else. So stay tuned, my friends, right from Donabate, okay, in North County Dublin. I think it's about 13 miles north of Dublin City, okay? On a beautiful sunny day in Ireland. Woohoo, my friends, stay tuned. More to come. Right, people, this is an Anglican Church of Ireland here in Donabate. Let's go and have a look at this, people. Or can we go in? Or is it locked? Why is that not opening? Aha, it is. Straight away, people, I love the stone piers, look. Everything is great in the sunshine. God, this is an unusual looking door, isn't it? Look. Wow, is that a sundial? Wow. Yeah. Lovely door, isn't it? I like that, my friends, and I love the stonework leading up to on both sides, look. See that? Lovely, my friends, lovely. Let's have a walk around this church. Some mad old graveyard headstones there, my friends. Another beautiful, people, old church graveyard here. I think, people, this is still in use. You can see it on the sign here, that this church. Lovely. Right people, I had to just put this on here again because I'm just coming back. I'm in Newbridge House and Park, just walking along this pathway here to get my car to go out that road in Donabate that brings you towards the beach, right? But look at this, it's just fabulous. And I don't know if you can hear the birds behind me, around me here, but look, there's a little bird there, look at her. I don't know whether that's a young blackbird or a young thrush. No, it's not a thrush. I don't think so anyway. Hello, little bird. Hello. Very, very friendly bird. Yeah, people, look at this place. Isn't it magical, isn't it? Look. Right, people, we'll walk back over towards Newbridge House here. Look at this. There was an arboretum here as well, look. Laid out in 1860, this avenue of cedar and sequoia trees was planted to create an attractive vista from the principal rooms of the house. First arriving into Britain and Ireland in the 1850s and originally called Wellingtonia, these trees were popular on Irish estates in the late 19th century and showed a fashion for ornamental and exotic species of trees. Yeah, people, are mad stuff, isn't it? Look, look at this tree, people, here. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at it. Yeah, like, so, remember I was telling you in the previous video, from here, I was talking to the Englishman there. He was playing croquet, and the information the man knew about here was incredible, right? Real nice man. And yeah, he was saying that during the famine times, right, the English people that owned this property here, he said nobody that lived around here starved. They were very, very good to the Irish people that lived around here. But you just can't, every time I go around Ireland making videos, right? And I'm not anti-British at all, my friends, right? But you just can't escape the, that we were, you know, ruled, subjugated really. We were subjugated, right, by the British Empire for 700 years, or was it 800 years, you know what I mean? And they had big landlords and all these, don't really call them all Viscount this and all this bullshit title names, right? And they had like this, there's over 1,000 acres in this property here in Newbridge House, right? All over the country that was stolen off the indigenous Irish people. You know, actually people, there's been loads of, what would you call it, documentaries and films about the British Empire, loads and loads of books about the British Empire, right? But one book, people, that you should read, and even the modern day English people should read it, is one, it's entitled, I'll put it up in the video here, British Empire, right? British Empire. And my God, people, you should read it and you just think of what they done to other people throughout the world. Oh my God, they were barbaric, you know. Yeah, but like, what's that saying? All empires fall. And there is elements over there in Britain, even that Farage and all them wankers, if you don't mind me saying so, that still believe in rural Britannia. But people, rural Britannia is dead and gone. It's never coming back, right? And they will, okay, it's all right. And they will never be able to humiliate not only Ireland, but like China. Nobody, Bush goes on about China. Not Bush, should he call him? Trump. China. They were humiliated by Western powers, people. You won't humiliate China again. And they won't be, all these big empire arseholes, they won't be able to do what he done hundreds of years ago. You know what I mean? They won't be able to go in and bully other people and take over their land and tell them what to do and pillage and whatever. You know what I mean? It just won't happen now. Wars, yeah, but I'm talking shy here, people. On a lovely day. Right, stay tuned.
Wake up on Sunday morning, feel that
See that, people? See all the cars just abandoned on the side of the road here. So the sunshine, everybody's out with this Mediterranean weather. So yeah, I might have to abandon my car too. Stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Right, people, I just abandoned my car here. I'll just walk down here, people, to the beach. I'll show you the beach here, right? And there's a hotel down here as well, and there's a golf course, and there's a fantastic beach, and there's a walk from here back up towards Port Ran. I think I have a video on that from way back. I didn't do well either. I think I done it with my Canon camera, and there's no stabilisation on that camera, you know what I mean? So anyway, right, people, let's have a little walk down to the beach here. So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Ah, this is just lovely. Lovely, my friends. Let's go. It's an amazing, all the people that come out in the sunshine, isn't it? See, we do get good weather. We do get good weather in the summertime, right? But this has been exceptional now for this month. Exceptional. I think it's the last 10 days it's been like this. Oh, it's just great. Right, people, I think technically I'm still up here in Donabate, right? But this is the Irish Sea here, as you can see, and if you pardon the pun. And look at this lovely beach here. Fabulous beach, actually. And people, in the distance there, that peninsula there is Howth Head. I have videos from up there. Another fantastic place to visit. A very exclusive place, actually. The drummer out of U2 has a property up there in Howth, and beside Howth is Ireland's Eye. I have a video on going around Ireland's Eye in a boat. And people, the island that you can see over here in the distance is called Lambay Island. It was only on the RTE News yesterday evening because it's owned by an Englishman or English family, right? English family, and they're after producing, I don't know whether it's a whiskey company or something. Anyway, yeah, that's the island over there called Lambay Island. If you want coffee and donuts, people, there's just a hut thing there behind me there, and there's an ice cream van over here on the other side over here. So it's in a fantastic beach, look. And there's a golf course. I think the golf course is called Corbelis Golf Course. The brother that lives at home with me used to work on that golf club there, but now he works in Donabate Golf Club. Useless information, my friends. Look at this motorbike here, look. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. It's a Honda. I'd love to go on that, my friends. Right, people, I'm not going back in there because the waitress girl, lovely girl, she said it's all reserved for people there, right? And I says, could you do sandwiches and a cup of tea? She says, no, she's not, it's all dinner, so I'm not interested in the big dinner, you know, so. Let me see now. Let me look here. Look at this, people, for menus. You have to laugh at this, look. This is like toasties, right, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m, right? all for the love of Jesus, right? So you got 3 cheese toasty, Dubliner, mature cheddar and mozzarella with Kerrygold and rock salt. Look at this name of this one here. It's called I Think Therefore I Ham. Smoked big chopped ham and 3 cheese toasty topped with rock salt. Today I'm special, a weekly special. Check with server or counter amount. Very funny, isn't it? I'm going to get a cup of tea here, people, anyway, for definite, and sit down somewhere then, right? So stay tuned. Right, people, so they were out of the little fruit pots. They were all gone, so I'm after getting, I shouldn't be eating this crap really. Irish cider vinegar and sea salt flavour, right, Donald's. And that paper cup of tea came to €5, right? So I'll enjoy this, my friends, beside the Irish Sea here, up in Donabate, in North County Dublin, about 13 miles north east of Dublin City, my friends. Stay tuned. Right, people, from I'll put the name of the hotel, I forget the name of the hotel already, right? In Donabate here beside the Irish Sea, and having a lovely paper cup of tea to finish the day, my friends. Beautiful Mediterranean weather. And I'm looking out towards Howth over there, and I can see all the sailing boats out, and the guys on the quad bikes, or not the quad bikes, what do you call them, the ski, what do you call the ski kind of bikes? There's a name in them, isn't there? Jet skis, right? And I can see a ferry coming in there, way in the distance there. You can't see it in the GoPro, coming in to Dublin Port, and Lambay Island over here, people, to my left, which is the northeast of me here, and the beautiful Irish Sea, look. On a cloudless sky here, people, in Ireland. Mediterranean weather, lovely sea breeze here, and I am chilling. And I am absorbing all this, my friends, I really am. Right, people, thanks very much for, if you stayed till the end of the video, thanks very much. That was Donabate town there, a little walk around Donabate town and out here to the beach. I think this is called Donabate as well, not too sure. I'll put it up on the video. Anyway, people, if you like the video, please press the like, and if you're new to the channel, please press subscribe, it's free. And as usual, my friends, I have absolutely no idea of where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere. So stay tuned, my friends. Take care and keep safe. Always keep safe, my friends. Bye.
Close your eyes, hear the voice within calling. This heavy load got under your skin, howling. You got the white knuckles holding on it tight, keeping your feelings bottled up inside, heading for collision.